Welcome to Module 5. By now, you've built a strong foundation by understanding the Jamaican real estate market, preparing your finances, and developing an investment strategy. In this module, we'll focus on what happens after your offer is accepted. You'll learn about the legal process of purchasing property in Jamaica, the professionals who play a key role in protecting your investment, and the closing costs you should be prepared for along the way. Be sure to have your property playbook open to Module 5 as we work through the legal steps timeline, the professional vetting sheet, and the closing costs snapshot together. Now let's hand things over to Tony.
Thanks, Rochelle. Before we dive in, I'd like to properly introduce myself. I'm Tony, and I'll be your guide throughout the Jamaican property playbook. As a realtor associate, I've had the privilege of helping buyers navigate different stages of the Jamaican property buying process. My goal is to help you better understand what to expect, ask the right questions, and make informed decisions with confidence. I have to tell you, this is probably one of the most important modules in your property playbook. Finding the right property is exciting, but once your offer has been accepted, many buyers start asking the same questions. What happens next? Why is it taking so long? Who's responsible for what? The good news is, once you understand the legal process and the professionals involved, you'll feel much more confident throughout your transaction. Now let's walk through it together. Let's begin with the Module 5 glossary. There are a few terms on this page that you'll hear throughout the buying process, so I want to highlight 3 of the most important ones. The first is title, sometimes called the certificate of title. Think of this as the official document that proves ownership of the property. Before you purchase a property, your attorney will review the title to confirm that the seller has the legal right to sell it and to identify any issues that could affect the transaction. Next is closing costs. Many buyers focus only on the purchase price, but it's important to understand that there are additional costs involved in completing a real estate transaction. Closing costs can include attorney's fees, registration fees, valuation reports, survey costs, and applicable government taxes and fees. Planning for these expenses early helps you avoid unexpected surprises at closing. The third term is attorney at law. Your attorney plays one of the most important roles during the purchase. They prepare and review legal documents, conduct title searches, complete the transfer process, and ultimately register the property into your name. Now that we've covered some of the key terminology, let's move to the next page. This page provides a simple overview of the key milestones you'll typically experience when purchasing a property in Jamaica. Let's walk through the timeline together. The journey begins before you submit an offer. Your realtor associate will help you gather the documents needed to get started. These typically include a government-issued photo ID, your TRN, proof of address, proof of funds, and if you're financing your purchase, a mortgage pre-qualification letter. You'll also complete a customer information form. This form is provided by your realtor associate and helps verify your identity while collecting the information needed to proceed with the transaction. Having these documents ready allows your realtor associate to prepare and present your offer as soon as you found the right property. If the seller accepts your offer, the property's status changes to under offer. This marks the beginning of the legal process. At this stage, your accepted offer, proof of funds, and financing documents are forwarded to the attorneys so the agreement for sale can be prepared and reviewed. Once both parties have reviewed, agreed to, and signed the agreement for sale, the property's status changes to under contract. This means the legal process is now actively moving toward completion. During this stage, your realtor associate continues coordinating the transaction while your attorney manages the legal transfer of ownership. Now, I'd like to set a realistic expectation. Many first-time buyers expect to receive their keys within 30 days after their offer has been accepted. However, it's not uncommon for the conveyancing process in Jamaica to take several months. That's because several professionals and government agencies are involved throughout the transaction. Your attorney is preparing legal documents, your lender may be completing financing requirements, and government departments are processing registrations, assessments, and other legal requirements. Every transaction is different, so timelines can vary. The best thing you can do is stay in regular communication with your realtor associate and your attorney, respond promptly when documents are requested, and allow each stage of the process to be completed properly. Finally, once all legal requirements have been satisfied and the transfer has been completed, the property's status changes to sold. Ownership is officially transferred to you, and you're ready to receive the keys to your new property. Congratulations, you've successfully made it through the legal process. Now let's turn to your professional vetting sheet. One of the best decisions you'll make during your property journey isn't just choosing the right property, it's choosing the right team. Buying real estate is a team effort, and every professional has an important role to play. On the left side of the page, you'll see some of the professionals you may work with throughout the transaction. Your real estate attorney handles the legal side of your purchase by reviewing contracts, conducting title searches, and helping complete the transfer of ownership. A surveyor confirms the property's boundaries and can identify any issues that may affect the land. Your realtor associate helps you search for suitable properties, negotiate on your behalf, coordinate the transaction, and guide you from start to finish. Depending on your purchase, you may also work with a valuer, contractor, builder, or other professionals. Now let's look at the right side of the page. I've included a few things to consider before choosing anyone you'll be working with. Always do your own due diligence. Ask about their experience. Request references when appropriate. If you're hiring a contractor or builder, ask to see examples of previous work or completed projects. A good professional should be willing to answer your questions, communicate clearly, and explain the process in a way that makes you feel comfortable. You should also pay attention to warning signs. If someone refuses to communicate in writing, asks you to send funds to a personal account, pressures you to make quick decisions, discourages you from seeking independent advice, or communication suddenly becomes inconsistent, those are all reasons to pause, ask more questions, and make sure you're comfortable before moving forward. Remember, choosing the lowest price isn't always the best decision. Experience, professionalism, communication, and trust are just as important. Finally, use the tracking section at the bottom of the page to record each professional you decide to work with. Write down their contact information, how you found them, and your overall impression after speaking with them. This simple exercise can help you stay organized while building a trusted team throughout your property journey.
Absolutely. Having a trusted team around you really does make the entire process smoother. When everyone is communicating and working together, from your realtor associate to your attorney and the other professionals you've chosen, you'll feel much more confident as you move through each stage of your property journey. Now, if you remember back in Module 3, we introduced the idea of closing costs as part of your financial planning. Well, now that you've made it through the legal process, Tony is going to take a closer look at what those costs actually are by walking you through your closing cost snapshot.
Let's finish by looking at your closing costs snapshot. One of the biggest mistakes first-time buyers make is focusing only on the purchase price. In reality, there are several additional costs you'll need to budget for before your transaction is complete. This page is designed to help you understand the types of costs you may encounter so you can plan ahead with confidence. Take a moment to look at the table. You'll notice that each row outlines a potential closing cost, who typically pays it, and any important notes to help you better understand the expense. For example, attorney's fees can vary depending on the complexity of your transaction, so it's always a good idea to request a written estimate early in the process. If you're financing your purchase, your lender will typically require a valuation report to confirm the property's market value before approving your loan. If you're purchasing land, a survey may also be recommended or required to confirm the property's boundaries before ownership is transferred. Before we continue, I'd like to point out one important thing. The figures and examples included in this closing costs snapshot are intended as a planning guide only. They should not be interpreted as fixed or guaranteed amounts. Professional fees, government charges, taxes, and other transaction costs can change over time and may vary depending on the property, the professionals you choose, and the details of your transaction. For that reason, I always recommend confirming current costs with your realtor, associate, attorney, lender, or any other professional involved in your purchase before making financial decisions. Now take a look at the example near the bottom of the page. It gives you an idea of how closing costs can add up and why it's important to budget beyond the purchase price. Whenever possible, I encourage buyers to set aside a little extra. Having a financial cushion can help reduce stress and better prepare you for unexpected expenses that may arise before closing. Before we wrap up, I'd like to leave you with one final thought. Stay organized. Ask questions whenever something isn't clear. Keep in regular communication with your realtor associate, your attorney, and your lender. Buying property isn't just about finding the right place. It's about making informed decisions every step of the way. And remember, an informed buyer is a confident buyer.
Congratulations on completing Module 5. You've now taken an important step in understanding the legal side of purchasing property in Jamaica. From the key stages of the conveyancing process to the professionals you'll work with, and the closing costs you should plan for along the way. Before moving on, take a few moments to complete the activities in your property playbook. Review the glossary terms, walk through the legal steps timeline, complete your professional vetting sheet, and review your closing costs snapshot to begin planning for the additional costs associated with purchasing property. If you don't already have your copy of the Jamaican Property Playbook, you can download it using the link in the description below. It's designed to help you follow along with each lesson and put what you've learned into practice. Remember, purchasing property isn't just about finding the right place. It's about making informed decisions every step of the way. In Module 6, we'll shift our focus to purchasing land in Jamaica, planning your build, and the key considerations to help you move forward with confidence. I'll see you in Module 6.
That was a True Hustle production, where vision meets action.
Thanks for watching. If you haven't completed the other modules yet, I recommend starting from Module 1 and following them in order. Each lesson builds on the previous one, helping you understand the complete property buying process from start to finish. I'll see you in the next module.